CLEP English Literature Study Guide. Question 1. Which term fits a passage where a poem treats a small social event with the grand language of epic? Option A. Elegy. Option B. Pastoral. Option C. Tragedy. Option D. Mock epic. The correct answer is option D. Mock epic. Mock epic fits because mock epic creates comic contrast by applying epic conventions to an intentionally trivial subject. Tragedy is wrong because tragedy treats serious suffering and downfall. Elegy and pastoral describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 2. Can Lady Macbeth help identify which work? Option A. The Tempest. Option B. Macbeth. Option C. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option D. Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option B. Macbeth. Lady Macbeth belongs to the tragedy of ambition and guilt surrounding Duncan's murder. Hamlet focuses on a Danish prince. The Rape of the Lock satirizes social vanity. Middlemarch is a realist Victorian novel. Question 3. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, when William Shakespeare appears in review, which title fits? Option A. Ode to the West Wind. Option B. Macbeth. Option C. Things Fall Apart. Option D. Tom Jones. The correct answer is option B. Macbeth. Macbeth fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy of ambition, prophecy, regicide, guilt, and disorder. Ode to the West Wind is associated with Percy Bysshe Shelley. Tom Jones is associated with Henry Fielding. Things Fall Apart belongs with Chinua Achebe, not this author clue. Question 4. Can the Pilgrim's Progress help identify which author? Option A. John Milton. Option B. George Orwell. Option C. John Bunyan. Option D. Samuel Johnson. The correct answer is option C. John Bunyan. John Bunyan fits because The Pilgrim's Progress is a religious allegory that turns Christian life into a symbolic journey. Samuel Johnson is linked to Preface to Shakespeare. George Orwell is linked to 1984. John Milton points instead to Paradise Lost, so it does not match this clue. Question 5. Recognizing Oscar Wilde should lead to which title? Option A. Orinoco. Option B. The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C. Jane Eyre. Option D. The Wasteland. The correct answer is option B. The Importance of Being Earnest. The Importance of Being Earnest fits because it is Oscar Wilde's work, a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn. The Wasteland is associated with T.S. Eliot. Jane Eyre belongs with Charlotte Bronte, not this author clue. Question 6. Recognizing Faustus points to which work? Option A. Dr. Faustus. Option B. The Second Coming. Option C. Troilus and Cresside. Option D. 1984. The correct answer is option A. Dr. Faustus. Faustus is Marlowe's scholar who trades his soul for power and knowledge. Macbeth concerns regicide and prophecy. Tom Jones is an 18th century novel. Mrs. Dalloway is modernist fiction. Question 7. If a poem uses substitution of a related or associated word for the thing meant, which device is present? Option A. Caesura. Option B. Ode. Option C. Paradox. Option D. Metonymy. The correct answer is option D. Metonymy. Metonymy fits because it means substitution of a related or associated word for the thing meant. Paradox and ode refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Caesura is also different. Synecdoche uses a part for the whole. Metaphor compares unlike things. Alliteration repeats initial sounds. Question 8. Study cards should connect Charlotte Bronte with which work? Option A. Great Expectations. Option B. Ode to the West Wind. Option C. Waiting for Godot. Option D. Jane Eyre. The correct answer is option D. Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre fits because it is Charlotte Bronte's work, a Victorian Bildungsroman with Gothic elements, moral independence, and first-person narration. Ode to the West Wind is associated with Percy Bysshe Shelley. Waiting for Godot is associated with Samuel Beckett. Great Expectations belongs with Charles Dickens, not this author clue. Question 9. Which term describes hints that prepare readers for later events? Option A. Foreshadowing. Option B. Conceit. Option C. Terza rima. Option D. Villanelle. The correct answer is option A. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing fits because it means hints that prepare readers for later events. Conceit and villanelle refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Terza rima is also different. Flashback moves into the past. Symbolism gives objects larger meaning. Irony depends on contrast. Question 10. Can you identify the technique when a prose passage ridicules pride and social corruption to criticize them? Option A. Satire. Option B. Ode. Option C, romance. Option D, elegy. The correct answer is option A, satire. Satire fits because satire uses ridicule, irony, and exaggeration to expose vice or folly. Elegy is wrong because elegy laments loss. Romance and ode describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 11. Among these terms, which one names the first 8-line unit of a Petrarchan sonnet? Option A, metonymy. Option B, octave. Option C, foreshadowing. Option D, blank verse. The correct answer is option B, octave. Octave fits because it means the first 8-line unit of a Petrarchan sonnet. Blank verse and foreshadowing refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Metonymy is also different, sestet is 6 lines, quatrain is 4 lines, couplet is 2 lines. Question 12. Can 1984 help identify which author? Option A, George Orwell. Option B, Daniel Defoe. Option C, William Blake. Option D, Christopher Marlowe. The correct answer is option A, George Orwell. George Orwell fits because 1984 is a dystopian political novel about surveillance, language control, and totalitarian power. Christopher Marlowe is linked to Dr. Faustus, William Blake is linked to Songs of Innocence and Experience. Daniel Defoe points instead to Robinson Crusoe, so it does not match this clue. Question 13. On a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with Dr. Faustus? Option A, Christopher Marlowe. Option B, William Blake. Option C, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option D, Oscar Wilde. The correct answer is option A, Christopher Marlowe. Christopher Marlowe fits because Dr. Faustus is a Renaissance tragedy about ambition, forbidden knowledge, and a bargain with the devil. William Blake is linked to Songs of Innocence and Experience. Oscar Wilde is linked to the importance of being earnest. Geoffrey Chaucer points instead to the Canterbury Tales, so it does not match this clue. Question 14. During work matching, which title belongs to T.S. Eliot? Option A, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option B, Tom Jones. Option C, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option D, Troilus and Cresside. The correct answer is option A, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock fits because it is T.S. Eliot's work, a modernist dramatic monologue about paralysis, self-consciousness, and urban alienation. Tom Jones is associated with Henry Fielding, A Midsummer Night's Dream is associated with William Shakespeare. Troilus and Cresside belongs with Geoffrey Chaucer, not this author clue. Question 15. How would a clue about Samuel Beckett most likely be answered? Option A, Robinson Crusoe. Option B, Ulysses. Option C, Paradise Lost. Option D, Waiting for Godot. The correct answer is option D, Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot fits because it is Samuel Beckett's work, an absurdist drama centered on waiting, repetition, uncertainty, and minimal action. Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton. Ulysses is associated with James Joyce. Robinson Crusoe belongs with Daniel Defoe, not this author clue. Question 16. During author review, which writer belongs with The Tempest? Option A, Thomas Hardy. Option B, John Donne. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, Samuel Beckett. The correct answer is option C, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because The Tempest is a late romance involving Prospero, magic, forgiveness, and colonial questions. John Donne is linked to Holy Sonnets. Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Samuel Beckett points instead to Waiting for Godot, so it does not match this clue. Question 17. If a clue names My Last Duchess, which author is expected? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, Robert Browning. Option C, Charles Dickens. Option D, James Joyce. The correct answer is option B, Robert Browning. Robert Browning fits because My Last Duchess is a dramatic monologue revealing character through a speaker's controlled self-exposure. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Charles Dickens is linked to Great Expectations. James Joyce points instead to Ulysses, so it does not match this clue. Question 18. Recall which author is known for The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock? Option A, anonymous Old English poet. Option B, John Milton. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, T.S. Eliot. The correct answer is option D, T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot fits because The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock is a modernist dramatic monologue about paralysis, self-consciousness, and urban alienation. Anonymous Old English poet is linked to Beowulf. John Milton is linked to Paradise Lost. William Shakespeare points instead to Hamlet, so it does not match this clue. Question 19. Who wrote The Second Coming? Option A, William Blake. Option B. William Shakespeare. Option C. William Wordsworth. Option D. W. B. Yeats. The correct answer is option D. W. B. Yeats. W. B. Yeats fits because The Second Coming is a modernist symbolic poem known for apocalyptic imagery and historical disorder. William Blake is linked to songs of innocence and experience. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. William Wordsworth points instead to lyrical ballads, so it does not match this clue. Question 20. During author review, which writer belongs with Great Expectations? Option A. Charles Dickens. Option B. Salman Rushdie. Option C. William Shakespeare. Option D. Alfred, Lord Tennyson. The correct answer is option A. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens fits because Great Expectations is a Victorian Bildungsroman about pip, class aspiration, guilt, and moral growth. Alfred, Lord Tennyson is linked to In Memoriam AHH, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Salman Rushdie points instead to Midnight's Children, so it does not match this clue. Question 21. If a clue names Mrs. Dalloway, which author is expected? Option A. William Shakespeare. Option B. Anonymous Old English poet. Option C. Mary Shelley. Option D. Virginia Woolf. The correct answer is option D. Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf fits because Mrs. Dalloway is a modernist novel using stream of consciousness, memory, and a single-day structure. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Mary Shelley is linked to Frankenstein. Anonymous Old English poet points instead to Beowulf, so it does not match this clue. Question 22. Recall which author is known for lyrical ballads? Option A. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option B. William Blake. Option C. Geoffrey Chaucer. Option D. William Wordsworth. The correct answer is option D. William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth fits because Lyrical Ballads is a landmark romantic collection favoring ordinary language, nature, feeling, and imagination. Percy Bysshe Shelley is linked to Ode to the West Wind. Geoffrey Chaucer is linked to the Canterbury Tales. William Blake points instead to Songs of Innocence and Experience, so it does not match this clue. Question 23. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue during work matching, which title belongs to William Shakespeare? Option A. Othello. Option B. Tom Jones. Option C. Beowulf. Option D. Great Expectations. The correct answer is option A. Othello. Othello fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy built around jealousy, manipulation, race, and trust. Tom Jones is associated with Henry Fielding. Beowulf is associated with anonymous Old English poet. Great Expectations belongs with Charles Dickens, not this author clue. Question 24. During author review, which writer belongs with Othello? Option A. Mary Shelley. Option B. Andrew Marvell. Option C. Chinua Achebe. Option D. William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option D. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because Othello is a tragedy built around jealousy, manipulation, race, and trust. Mary Shelley is linked to Frankenstein. Andrew Marvell is linked to his coy mistress. Chinua Achebe points instead to Things Fall Apart, so it does not match this clue. Question 25. How is a larger story that contains one or more smaller stories usually labeled? Option A. Frame narrative. Option B. Free indirect discourse. Option C. Caesura. Option D. Spenserian stanza. The correct answer is option A. Frame narrative. Frame narrative fits because it means a larger story that contains one or more smaller stories. Spenserian stanza and free indirect discourse refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Caesura is also different. Bildungsroman follows growth to maturity. Allegory uses sustained symbols. Pastoral idealizes rural settings. Question 26. When Clarissa Dalloway appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A. Mrs. Dalloway. Option B. The Rape of the Lock. Option C. Hard Times. Option D. My Last Duchess. The correct answer is option A. Mrs. Dalloway. Clarissa Dalloway anchors Woolf's modernist single-day novel of memory and consciousness. Elizabeth Bennet is in Austen. Tess is in Hardy. Belinda is in Pulp. Question 27. Study cards should connect George Orwell with which work? Option A. Gulliver's Travels. Option B. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option C. Orinoco. Option D. 1984. The correct answer is option D. 1984. 1984 fits because it is George Orwell's work, a dystopian political novel about surveillance, language control, and totalitarian power. Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn. Gulliver's Travels is associated with Jonathan Swift. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner belongs with Samuel Taylor Coleridge, not this author clue. Question 28. During author review, which writer belongs with sonnets? Option A. William Shakespeare. Option B. Daniel Defoe. Option C. Ben Jonson. Option D. Samuel Johnson. The correct answer is option A. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because sonnets is a sonnet sequence often tested for rhyme scheme, love, time, beauty and mortality. Ben Jonson is linked to Volpone, Samuel Johnson is linked to preface to Shakespeare. Daniel Defoe points instead to Robinson Crusoe, so it does not match this clue. Question 29. If a clue names Beowulf, which author is expected? Option A. Charlotte Brontë. Option B. William Shakespeare. Option C. Anonymous Old English poet. Option D. Jane Austen. The correct answer is option C. Anonymous Old English poet. Anonymous Old English poet fits because Beowulf is an Anglo-Saxon heroic epic built around monsters, loyalty, fame, and alliterative verse. Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Charlotte Brontë points instead to Jane Eyre, so it does not match this clue. Question 30. Among these works, which one is by George Herbert? Option A. The Temple. Option B. Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option C. The Importance of Being Earnest. Option D. Sonnets from the Portuguese. The correct answer is option A. The Temple. The Temple fits because it is George Herbert's work, a collection of devotional metaphysical poems shaped by faith, pattern, and spiritual conflict. Songs of Innocence and Experience is associated with William Blake, Sonnets from the Portuguese is associated with Elizabeth Barrett Browning. The Importance of Being Earnest belongs with Oscar Wilde, not this author clue. Question 31. Choose the work most closely linked with Jonathan Swift. Option A. The Tempest. Option B. Orinoco. Option C. Dr. Faustus. Option D. Gulliver's Travels. The correct answer is option D. Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver's Travels fits because it is Jonathan Swift's work, a prose satire that attacks politics, science, pride, and human folly. The Tempest is associated with William Shakespeare, Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn. Dr. Faustus belongs with Christopher Marlowe, not this author clue. Question 32. When a passage shows the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject, which term fits? Option A. Caesura. Option B. Tone. Option C. Synecdoche. Option D. Heroic couplet. The correct answer is option B. Tone. Tone fits because it means the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject. Synecdoche and heroic couplet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Caesura is also different, mood is the feeling created in the reader, plot is event sequence, meter is rhythmic pattern. Question 33. During work matching, which title belongs to Geoffrey Chaucer? Option A. Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option B. Robinson Crusoe. Option C. The Canterbury Tales. Option D. Heart of Darkness. The correct answer is option C. The Canterbury Tales. The Canterbury Tales fits because it is Geoffrey Chaucer's work, a Middle English frame narrative that uses pilgrims to create a state satire. Heart of Darkness is associated with Joseph Conrad. Ode on a Grecian Urn is associated with John Keats. Robinson Crusoe belongs with Daniel Defoe, not this author clue. Question 34. Select a term for the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Option A. Simile. Option B. Irony. Option C. Rhyme scheme. Option D. Terza rima. The correct answer is option C. Rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme fits because it means the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Terza rima and irony refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Simile is also different, meter is rhythm, diction is word choice, imagery is sensory language. Question 35. How is unrhymed iambic pentameter usually labeled? Option A. Comedy of manners. Option B. Synecdoche. Option C. Allusion. Option D. Blank verse. The correct answer is option D. Blank verse. Blank verse fits because it means unrhymed iambic pentameter. Synecdoche and comedy of manners refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Allusion is also different, free verse has no regular meter, heroic couplets rhyme in pairs, ballads usually use narrative stanzas. Question 36. If a poem uses an implied comparison that does not use like or as, which device is present? Option A. Terza rima. Option B. Dramatic irony. Option C. Metaphor. Option D. Free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option C. Metaphor. Metaphor fits because it means an implied comparison that does not use like or as. Free indirect discourse and dramatic irony refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Terza rima is also different, simile uses like or as, personification gives human traits to non-human things, hyperbole exaggerates. Question 37. Can J. Alfred Prufrock help identify which work? Option A. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option B. The Pilgrim's Progress. Option C. Hamlet. Option D. A Midsummer Night's Dream. The correct answer is option A. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Prufrock is Eliot's self-conscious speaker associated with modern alienation and paralysis. Beowulf is an epic hero, Gulliver is Swift's traveler, Othello is Shakespeare's tragic general. Question 38. Recall which author is known for Orinoco? Option A. Samuel Johnson. Option B. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option C. Aphra Behn. Option D. William Blake. The correct answer is option C. Aphra Behn. Aphra Behn fits because Orinoco is an early prose narrative associated with colonialism, slavery and heroic romance. Samuel Johnson is linked to Preface to Shakespeare. Percy Bysshe Shelley is linked to Ode to the West Wind. William Blake points instead to Songs of Innocence and Experience, so it does not match this clue. Question 39. How should a reader label a passage where a question asks for the speaker's attitude toward a subject? Option A. Mood. Option B. Plot. Option C. Setting. Option D. Tone. The correct answer is option D. Tone. Tone fits because tone names the speaker's or author's attitude, such as ironic, reverent, skeptical, or mournful. Mood is wrong because mood is the feeling created in the reader. Plot and setting describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 40. During author review, which writer belongs with the Wasteland? Option A. Emily Bronte. Option B. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option C. T.S. Eliot. Option D. Anonymous Old English poet. The correct answer is option C. T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot fits because The Wasteland is a modernist poem marked by fragmentation, illusion, spiritual dryness, and cultural crisis. Samuel Taylor Coleridge is linked to the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Anonymous Old English poet is linked to Beowulf. Emily Bronte points instead to Wuthering Heights, so it does not match this clue. Question 41. Comparing a CLEP style clue, identify the device described as drama that satirizes social behavior, courtship, class, and witty conversation. Option A. Comedy of manners. Option B. Conceit. Option C. Tone. Option D. Free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option A. Comedy of manners. Comedy of manners fits because it means drama that satirizes social behavior, courtship, class, and witty conversation. Conceit and tone refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Free indirect discourse is also different. Tragedy centers on suffering or downfall, melodrama heightens emotion, epic narrates heroic action. Question 42. When a CLEP-style passage shows that third-person narration slips into a character's private language and thoughts, which answer works? Option A. Soliloquy. Option B. Frame narrative. Option C. Mock epic. Option D. Free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option D. Free indirect discourse. Free indirect discourse fits because free indirect discourse blends third-person narration with a character's inner voice, a technique important in Austen and later fiction. Soliloquy is wrong because soliloquy is a dramatic speech. Frame narrative and mock epic describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 43. During work matching, which title belongs to Christopher Marlowe? Option A. Ulmrose. Option B. The Golden Notebook. Option C. Dr. Faustus. Option D. Mrs. Dalloway. The correct answer is option C. Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus fits because it is Christopher Marlowe's work, a Renaissance tragedy about ambition, forbidden knowledge, and a bargain with the devil. The Golden Notebook is associated with Doris Lessing. Ulmrose is associated with Derek Walcott. Mrs. Dalloway belongs with Virginia Woolf, not this author clue. Question 44. Which work includes Okonkwo? Option A. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option B. Pride and Prejudice. Option C. Heart of Darkness. Option D. Things Fall Apart. The correct answer is option D. Things Fall Apart. Okonkwo is central to Achebe's post-colonial novel about Igbo society and colonial disruption. Crusoe belongs to Defoe, Lear belongs to Shakespeare, Prufrock belongs to Eliot. Question 45. Studying a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about William Shakespeare most likely be answered? Option A. The Canterbury Tales. Option B. Volpone. Option C. The Tempest. Option D. Great Expectations. The correct answer is option C. The Tempest. The Tempest fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a late romance involving Prospero, magic, forgiveness, and colonial questions. The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. Great Expectations is associated with Charles Dickens. Volpone belongs with Ben Jonson, not this author. Clue. Question 46. Recall which author is known for Omrose? Option A. Chinua Achebe. Option B. William Wordsworth. Option C. Derek Walcott. Option D. Jane Austen. The correct answer is option C. Derek Walcott. Derek Walcott fits because Omrose is a Caribbean epic that reworks classical forms through post-colonial history and island experience. Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice. William Wordsworth is linked to lyrical ballads. Chinua Achebe points instead to Things Fall Apart, so it does not match this clue. Question 47. Which work is tied to Lord Byron? Option A. Don Juan. Option B. Paradise Lost. Option C. Great Expectations. Option D. Songs of Innocence and Experience. The correct answer is option A. Don Juan. Don Juan fits because it is Lord Byron's work, a witty satirical verse narrative associated with the Byronic voice and social critique. Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton. Great Expectations is associated with Charles Dickens. Songs of Innocence and Experience belongs with William Blake, not this author. Clue. Question 48. Can a CLEP item about Laurence Sterne point to which work? Option A. Jane Eyre. Option B. Tristram Shandy. Option C. The Pilgrim's Progress. Option D. Dr. Faustus. The correct answer is option B. Tristram Shandy. Tristram Shandy fits because it is Laurence Sterne's work, an experimental 18th century novel famous for digression and playful narration. Dr. Faustus is associated with Christopher Marlowe. Jane Eyre is associated with Charlotte Bronte. The Pilgrim's Progress belongs with John Bunyan, not this author. Clue. Question 49. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names a recurring image, phrase, idea, or situation that helps develop meaning? Option A. Motif. Option B. Soliloquy. Option C. Heroic couplet. Option D. Symbolism. The correct answer is option A. Motif. Motif fits because it means a recurring image, phrase, idea, or situation that helps develop meaning. Heroic couplet and symbolism refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Soliloquy is also different. Theme is the larger insight, plot is sequence of events, tone is the speaker's attitude. Question 50. How should a clue about imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience be classified? Option A. Victorian. Option B. Romantic. Option C. Restoration. Option D. Neoclassical. The correct answer is option B. Romantic. Romantic fits because it is commonly linked with imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience. Neoclassical is different because neoclassical literature values order, satire, and rational polish. Restoration and Victorian point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 51. When John Keats appears in review, which title fits? Option A. Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option B. The Temple. Option C. Hamlet. Option D. Robinson Crusoe. The correct answer is option A. Ode on a Grecian Urn. Ode on a Grecian Urn fits because it is John Keats's work, a romantic ode meditating on art, beauty, permanence, and human transience. Hamlet is associated with William Shakespeare. Robinson Crusoe is associated with Daniel Defoe. The Temple belongs with George Herbert, not this author. Clue. Question 52. Tracing a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches a situation in which the audience knows more than a character does? Option A. Alliteration. Option B. Dramatic irony. Option C. Personification. Option D. Kenning. The correct answer is option B. Dramatic irony. Dramatic irony fits because it means a situation in which the audience knows more than a character does. Alliteration and kenning refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Personification is also different. Verbal irony says one thing and means another. Soliloquy is a stage speech. Parody imitates style for comic effect. Question 53. Should Things Fall Apart be matched with which writer? Option A. Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Option B. T.S. Eliot. Option C. Edmund Spenser. Option D. Chinua Achebe. The correct answer is option D. Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe fits because Things Fall Apart is a post-colonial novel about Igbo society, colonial disruption and cultural conflict. Elizabeth Barrett Browning is linked to sonnets from the Portuguese, T.S. Eliot is linked to the wasteland. Edmund Spenser points instead to the Fairy Queen, so it does not match this clue. Question 54. How is a work that applies epic style to a trivial subject for comic or satiric effect usually labeled? Option A. Rhyme scheme. Option B. Stream of consciousness. Option C. Mock epic. Option D. Terza rima. The correct answer is option C. Mock epic. Mock epic fits because it means a work that applies epic style to a trivial subject for comic or satiric effect. Terza rima and rhyme scheme refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Stream of consciousness is also different. Tragedy centers on serious downfall, pastoral idealizes rural life, elegy mourns loss. Question 55. Studying a CLEP style clue. If a poem uses a statement that seems contradictory but reveals a deeper truth, which device is present? Option A. Bildungsroman. Option B. Foreshadowing. Option C. Illusion. Option D. Paradox. The correct answer is option D. Paradox. Paradox fits because it means a statement that seems contradictory but reveals a deeper truth. Illusion and foreshadowing refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Bildungsroman is also different. Hyperbole exaggerates, illusion references outside material, enjambment carries syntax across lines. Question 56. When Ode on a Grecian Urn appears in a literature clue, which writer fits? Option A. John Keats. Option B. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option C. William Shakespeare. Option D. Thomas Hardy. The correct answer is option A. John Keats. John Keats fits because Ode on a Grecian Urn is a romantic ode meditating on art, beauty, permanence, and human transience. Samuel Taylor Coleridge is linked to the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. William Shakespeare points instead to Hamlet, so it does not match this clue. Question 57. Should Don Juan be matched with which writer? Option A. Aphra Behn. Option B. Samuel Johnson. Option C. T.S. Eliot. Option D. Lord Byron. The correct answer is option D. Lord Byron. Lord Byron fits because Don Juan is a witty satirical verse narrative associated with the Byronic voice and social critique. T.S. Eliot is linked to The Wasteland. Samuel Johnson is linked to Preface to Shakespeare. Aphra Behn points instead to Orinoco, so it does not match this clue. Question 58. How should a character clue about Heathcliff and Catherine be answered? Option A. Wuthering Heights. Option B. Paradise Lost. Option C. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option D. The Remains of the Day. The correct answer is option A. Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff and Catherine are at the emotional center of Emily Bronte's Gothic novel. Pip belongs to Great Expectations, Dorothea belongs to Middlemarch, Belinda belongs to The Rape of the Lock. Question 59. Among these works, which one is by D. H. Lawrence? Option A. Dover Beach. Option B. Gulliver's Travels. Option C. Sons and Lovers. Option D. The Rape of the Lock. The correct answer is option C. Sons and Lovers. Sons and Lovers fits because it is D. H. Lawrence's work, a modern novel of psychological realism, family bonds, sexuality, and class tension. The Rape of the Lock is associated with Alexander Pope. Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. Gulliver's Travels belongs with Jonathan Swift, not this author clue. Question 60. Testing a CLEP-style clue, spotting that a passage uses unrhymed iambic pentameter in elevated drama or epic should lead to which term? Option A. Heroic couplet. Option B. Blank verse. Option C. Free verse. Option D. Ottava rima. The correct answer is option B. Blank verse. Blank verse fits because blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter, a form strongly associated with Shakespearean drama and Miltonic epic. Heroic couplet is wrong because heroic couplets rhyme in pairs. Ottava rima and free verse describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 61. When a passage shows a direct address to an absent person, abstract idea, or thing, which term fits? Option A. Sonnet. Option B. Mock epic. Option C. Apostrophe. Option D. Paradox. The correct answer is option C. Apostrophe. Apostrophe fits because it means a direct address to an absent person, abstract idea, or thing. Mock epic and sonnet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Paradox is also different. Soliloquy is a speech by a character alone on stage. Satire attacks folly. Metonymy substitutes an associated term. Question 62. Tracing a CLEP-style clue among these writers who is linked to the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option A. Derek Walcott. Option B. Kazuo Ishiguro. Option C. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option D. William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option C. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Samuel Taylor Coleridge fits because The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is a supernatural romantic ballad involving guilt, punishment, and imaginative vision. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Kazuo Ishiguro is linked to The Remains of the Day. Derek Walcott points instead to Omrose, so it does not match this clue. Question 63. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, which period is most associated with industrial society, social reform, realism, class mobility, faith and doubt, and long novels? Option A. Victorian. Option B. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option C. Renaissance. Option D. Romantic. The correct answer is option A. Victorian. Victorian fits because it is commonly linked with industrial society, social reform, realism, class mobility, faith and doubt, and long novels. Romantic is different because Romantic literature places greater emphasis on imagination, nature, and individual feeling. Anglo-Saxon/Old English and Renaissance point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 64. How would a clue about Derek Walcott most likely be answered? Option A. Troilus and Cresside. Option B. Dover Beach. Option C. Omrose. Option D. Frankenstein. The correct answer is option C. Omrose. Omrose fits because it is Derek Walcott's work, a Caribbean epic that reworks classical forms through post-colonial history and island experience. Troilus and Cresside is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. Frankenstein belongs with Mary Shelley, not this author clue. Question 65. Among these choices, which one explains a passage where one speaker addresses a silent listener and unintentionally exposes his character? Option A. Pastoral. Option B. Dramatic monologue. Option C. Epic. Option D. Elegy. The correct answer is option B. Dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue fits because a dramatic monologue reveals the speaker through voice, situation, and what the speaker fails to understand about himself. Elegy is wrong because elegy mourns the dead. Pastoral and epic describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 66. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, study cards should connect Emily Bronte with which work? Option A. The Fairy Queen. Option B. Wuthering Heights. Option C. Middlemarch. Option D. Tristram Shandy. The correct answer is option B. Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights fits because it is Emily Bronte's work, a Gothic Victorian novel of passion, revenge, setting, and layered narration. Tristram Shandy is associated with Lawrence Sterne. Middlemarch is associated with George Eliot. The Fairy Queen belongs with Edmund Spenser, not this author clue. Question 67. Which author is most closely associated with Midnight's Children? Option A. Charles Dickens. Option B. Salman Rushdie. Option C. Virginia Woolf. Option D. Oscar Wilde. The correct answer is option B. Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie fits because Midnight's Children is a post-colonial novel using magical realism to connect personal and national history. Oscar Wilde is linked to the importance of being earnest. Charles Dickens is linked to Great Expectations. Virginia Woolf points instead to Mrs. Dalloway, so it does not match this clue. Question 68. Considering a CLEP-style clue, identify the period linked with alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture. Option A. Romantic. Option B. Middle English. Option C. Modernism. Option D. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. The correct answer is option D. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Anglo-Saxon/Old English fits because it is commonly linked with alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture. Middle English is different because Middle English is more closely tied to Chaucer, estates satire, and later medieval forms. Romantic and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 69. Among these works, which one is by Robert Browning? Option A. The Second Coming. Option B. Mrs. Dalloway. Option C. My Last Duchess. Option D. 1984. The correct answer is option C. My Last Duchess. My Last Duchess fits because it is Robert Browning's work, a dramatic monologue revealing character through a speaker's controlled self-exposure. 1984 is associated with George Orwell. The Second Coming is associated with W. B. Yeats. Mrs. Dalloway belongs with Virginia Woolf, not this author clue. Question 70. Among these writers, who is linked to the Canterbury Tales? Option A. Mary Shelley. Option B. Geoffrey Chaucer. Option C. Derek Walcott. Option D. James Joyce. The correct answer is option B. Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer fits because the Canterbury Tales is a Middle English frame narrative that uses pilgrims to create a state satire. Mary Shelley is linked to Frankenstein, James Joyce is linked to Ulysses. Derek Walcott points instead to Omerose, so it does not match this clue. Question 71. When Ben Jonson appears in review, which title fits? Option A. Dover Beach. Option B. Beowulf. Option C. Don Juan. Option D. Volpone. The correct answer is option D. Volpone. Volpone fits because it is Ben Jonson's work, a Jacobean satirical comedy exposing greed, deception, and moral corruption. Don Juan is associated with Lord Byron, Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. Beowulf belongs with anonymous Old English poet, not this author clue. Question 72. Can Belinda and the Stolen Lock of Hair help identify which work? Option A. Volpone. Option B. To His Coy Mistress. Option C. The Rape of the Lock. Option D. The Canterbury Tales. The correct answer is option C. The Rape of the Lock. Belinda is the fashionable figure at the center of Pope's mock heroic satire. Tess belongs to Hardy, Jane Eyre belongs to Bronte, Grendel belongs to Beowulf. Question 73. Should Tess of the D'Urbervilles be matched with which writer? Option A. Joseph Conrad. Option B. William Shakespeare. Option C. Thomas Hardy. Option D. T.S. Eliot. The correct answer is option C. Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy fits because Tess of the D'Urbervilles is a late Victorian tragic novel involving social judgment, fate, sexuality, and rural change. Joseph Conrad is linked to Heart of Darkness, T.S. Eliot is linked to The Waste Land. William Shakespeare points instead to Hamlet, so it does not match this clue. Question 74. Among these writers, who is linked to the remains of the day? Option A. Robert Browning. Option B. Seamus Heaney. Option C. Kazuo Ishiguro. Option D. William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option C. Kazuo Ishiguro. Kazuo Ishiguro fits because The Remains of the Day is a late 20th century novel about memory, restraint, class, and missed emotional truth. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, Seamus Heaney is linked to North. Robert Browning points instead to My Last Duchess, so it does not match this clue. Question 75. Studying a CLEP style clue. If a clue names Elizabeth Bennet, which title is expected? Option A. Waiting for Godot. Option B. Don Juan. Option C. Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Option D. Pride and Prejudice. The correct answer is option D. Pride and Prejudice. Elizabeth Bennet is Austen's witty heroine in a novel of manners. Dorothea Brooke belongs to Middlemarch, Clarissa Dalloway belongs to Mrs. Dalloway, Ophelia belongs to Hamlet. Question 76. Study cards should connect Seamus Heaney with which work? Option A. North. Option B. The Canterbury Tales. Option C. Holy Sonnets. Option D. Othello. The correct answer is option A. North. North fits because it is Seamus Heaney's work, a modern poetry collection often linked with history, violence, bog imagery, and memory. Holy Sonnets is associated with John Donne, The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. Othello belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 77. Which term describes a 9-line stanza with 8 lines of iambic pentameter and a final alexandrine? Option A. Metaphor. Option B. Ode. Option C. Spenserian stanza. Option D. Symbolism. The correct answer is option C. Spenserian stanza. Spenserian stanza fits because it means a 9-line stanza with 8 lines of iambic pentameter and a final alexandrine. Symbolism and ode refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Metaphor is also different. Heroic couplet has 2 rhymed lines. Blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter. Ottava rima has 8 lines. Question 78. Among these writers, who is linked to His Coy Mistress? Option A. Henry Fielding. Option B. George Herbert. Option C. Andrew Marvell. Option D. W. B. Yeats. The correct answer is option C. Andrew Marvell. Andrew Marvell fits because To His Coy Mistress is a carpe diem metaphysical poem that moves from persuasion to urgency. Henry Fielding is linked to Tom Jones, George Herbert is linked to The Temple. W. B. Yeats points instead to The Second Coming, so it does not match this clue. Question 79. Among these works, which one is by Matthew Arnold? Option A. My Last Duchess. Option B. Preface to Shakespeare. Option C. Dover Beach. Option D. The Waste Land. The correct answer is option C. Dover Beach. Dover Beach fits because it is Matthew Arnold's work, a Victorian lyric often linked with religious doubt, melancholy and cultural uncertainty. Preface to Shakespeare is associated with Samuel Johnson. The Wasteland is associated with T.S. Eliot. My Last Duchess belongs with Robert Browning, not this author. Clue. Question 80. How should a CLEP author clue for the temple be answered? Option A. John Keats. Option B. George Herbert. Option C. Thomas Hardy. Option D. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The correct answer is option B. George Herbert. George Herbert fits because the temple is a collection of devotional metaphysical poems shaped by faith, pattern, and spiritual conflict. John Keats is linked to Ode on a Grecian Urn. Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Samuel Taylor Coleridge points instead to the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, so it does not match this clue. Question 81. During work matching, which title belongs to Andrew Marvell? Option A. Jane Eyre. Option B. Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option C. To His Coy Mistress. Option D. Othello. The correct answer is option C. To His Coy Mistress. To His Coy Mistress fits because it is Andrew Marvell's work, a carpe diem metaphysical poem that moves from persuasion to urgency. Jane Eyre is associated with Charlotte Bronte. Songs of Innocence and Experience is associated with William Blake. Othello belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author. Clue. Question 82. On a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with Holy Sonnets? Option A. T.S. Eliot. Option B. Sir Thomas Malory. Option C. Samuel Beckett. Option D. John Donne. The correct answer is option D. John Donne. John Donne fits because Holy Sonnets is a group of metaphysical poems using paradox, argument, and intense spiritual drama. Samuel Beckett is linked to Waiting for Godot. Sir Thomas Malory is linked to Ellie Mort d'Arthur. T.S. Eliot points instead to The Wasteland, so it does not match this clue. Question 83. How would a clue about William Wordsworth most likely be answered? Option A. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option B. Holy Sonnets. Option C. Ulysses. Option D. Lyrical Ballads. The correct answer is option D. Lyrical Ballads. Lyrical Ballads fits because it is William Wordsworth's work, a landmark romantic collection favoring ordinary language, nature, feeling, and imagination. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Holy Sonnets is associated with John Donne. Ulysses belongs with James Joyce, not this author. Clue. Question 84. Preparing a CLEP-style clue. If a poem uses a narrative in which characters or events carry sustained symbolic or moral meanings, which device is present? Option A. Assonance. Option B. Metonymy. Option C. Personification. Option D. Allegory. The correct answer is option D. Allegory. Allegory fits because it means a narrative in which characters or events carry sustained symbolic or moral meanings. Personification and metonymy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Assonance is also different. Metaphor is a shorter implied comparison. Realism imitates ordinary life. Caesura is a pause inside a poetic line. Question 85. Recognizing a long elevated narrative poem about heroic or cosmic events points to which term? Option A. Motif. Option B. Epic. Option C. Conceit. Option D. Tragedy. The correct answer is option B. Epic. Epic fits because it means a long elevated narrative poem about heroic or cosmic events. Tragedy and conceit refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Motif is also different. Lyric poetry focuses on personal feeling. Comedy resolves conflict happily. Essay presents prose argument. Question 86. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue. During period review, which label matches pilgrimage frames, estates satire, romance, and the transition from Old to Middle English? Option A. Renaissance. Option B. Post-colonial. Option C. Victorian. Option D. Middle English/medieval. The correct answer is option D. Middle English/medieval. Middle English/medieval fits because it is commonly linked with pilgrimage frames, estates satire, romance, and the transition from Old to Middle English. Renaissance is different because Renaissance writing is linked to humanism, drama, and sonnet sequences. Victorian and post-colonial point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 87. Can you name the literary term for a contrast between expectation and reality or between literal and intended meaning? Option A. Irony. Option B. Sonnet. Option C. Assonance. Option D. Stream of consciousness. The correct answer is option A. Irony. Irony fits because it means a contrast between expectation and reality or between literal and intended meaning. Assonance and sonnet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Stream of consciousness is also different, imagery appeals to the senses, meter organizes rhythm, symbolism uses objects to suggest larger meanings. Question 88. Among these works, which one is by Jane Austen? Option A, 1984. Option B, Gulliver's Travels. Option C, Midnight's Children. Option D, Pride and Prejudice. The correct answer is option D, Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice fits because it is Jane Austen's work, a novel of manners centered on courtship, class, irony, and moral judgment. 1984 is associated with George Orwell, Midnight's Children is associated with Salman Rushdie. Gulliver's Travels belongs with Jonathan Swift, not this author clue. Question 89. During character review, which work belongs with the wife of Bath? Option A, The Canterbury Tales. Option B, Orinoco. Option C, Things Fall Apart. Option D, Macbeth. The correct answer is option A, The Canterbury Tales. The Wife of Bath is one of Chaucer's pilgrims and is central to medieval estate satire. Beowulf belongs to Old English heroic epic, Jane Eyre is a Victorian novel, Waiting for Godot is modern absurdist drama. Question 90. On a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with Jane Eyre? Option A, Charlotte Bronte. Option B, Derek Walcott. Option C, Mary Shelley. Option D, John Donne. The correct answer is option A, Charlotte Bronte. Charlotte Bronte fits because Jane Eyre is a Victorian Bildungsroman with Gothic elements, moral independence, and first-person narration. John Donne is linked to Holy Sonnets, Mary Shelley is linked to Frankenstein. Derek Walcott points instead to Omrose, so it does not match this clue. Question 91. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, can Dorothea Brooke help identify which work? Option A, Gulliver's Travels. Option B, Robinson Crusoe. Option C, Middlemarch. Option D, Hamlet. The correct answer is option C, Middlemarch. Dorothea Brooke is a central figure in George Eliot's realist Victorian novel. Elizabeth Bennet is Austen's heroine, Clarissa Dalloway is Wolfe's character, Satan is Milton's epic rebel. Question 92. Recognizing Charles Dickens should lead to which title? Option A, The Faerie Queene. Option B, Dr. Faustus. Option C, Hard Times. Option D, Great Expectations. The correct answer is option D, Great Expectations. Great Expectations fits because it is Charles Dickens's work, a Victorian Bildungsroman about Pip, class aspiration, guilt, and moral growth. Hard Times is associated with Charles Dickens, The Faerie Queene is associated with Edmund Spenser. Dr. Faustus belongs with Christopher Marlowe, not this author clue. Question 93. How should a character clue about Lemuel Gulliver be answered? Option A, Lyrical Ballads. Option B, The Pilgrim's Progress. Option C, Ode to the West Wind. Option D, Gulliver's Travels. The correct answer is option D, Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver is the traveler through Swift's satiric worlds. Crusoe belongs to Defoe, Elizabeth Bennet belongs to Austen, Estragon belongs to Beckett. Question 94. If a clue names the Duke describing a portrait, which title is expected? Option A, Paradise Lost. Option B, Tess of the d'Urbervilles. Option C, My Last Duchess. Option D, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The correct answer is option C, My Last Duchess. Browning's Duke reveals control and jealousy while speaking about the portrait of his last duchess. Tennyson's elegy mourns Arthur Hallam. Arnold's lyric reflects faith and doubt. Keats's ode meditates on art. Question 95. Spotting that an object in a story carries meaning beyond its literal role should lead to which term? Option A, caesura. Option B, illusion. Option C, realism. Option D, symbolism. The correct answer is option D, symbolism. Symbolism fits because symbolism lets concrete objects, actions, or images suggest larger abstract meanings. Realism is wrong because realism emphasizes credible ordinary experience. Caesura and illusion describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 96. How should a CLEP author clue for Troilus and Cresside be answered? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, Daniel Defoe. Option C, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option D, Christopher Marlowe. The correct answer is option C, Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer fits because Troilus and Cresside is a Middle English narrative poem focused on love, fortune, and betrayal. Christopher Marlowe is linked to Dr. Faustus, Daniel Defoe is linked to Robinson Crusoe. William Shakespeare points instead to Hamlet, so it does not match this clue. Question 97. Examining a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about William Shakespeare point to which work? Option A, North. Option B, King Lear. Option C, Ulysses. Option D, Great Expectations. The correct answer is option B, King Lear. King Lear fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy about authority, family betrayal, madness, and suffering. Ulysses is associated with James Joyce, Great Expectations is associated with Charles Dickens. North belongs with Seamus Heaney, not this author clue. Question 98. On a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with North? Option A, Seamus Heaney. Option B, William Shakespeare. Option C, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option D, Emily Bronte. The correct answer is option A, Seamus Heaney. Seamus Heaney fits because North is a modern poetry collection often linked with history, violence, bog imagery, and memory. Percy Bysshe Shelley is linked to Ode to the West Wind, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Emily Bronte points instead to Wuthering Heights, so it does not match this clue. Question 99. Choose the work most closely linked with Doris Lessing. Option A, The Tempest. Option B, Orinoco. Option C, The Golden Notebook. Option D, Ode on a Grecian Urn. The correct answer is option C, The Golden Notebook. The Golden Notebook fits because it is Doris Lessing's work, a post-war experimental novel linked with fragmentation, politics, identity, and women's experience. The Tempest is associated with William Shakespeare, Ode on a Grecian Urn is associated with John Keats. Orinoco belongs with Aphra Behn, not this author clue. Question 100. Among these choices, which one explains a passage where a poem builds an elaborate, surprising comparison between unlike things? Option A, simile. Option B, kenning. Option C, conceit. Option D, rhyme scheme. The correct answer is option C, conceit. Conceit fits because a conceit is an extended and often intellectually unusual comparison, especially common in metaphysical poetry. Kenning is wrong because kenning is a compact Old English compound metaphor. Simile and rhyme scheme describe different features, so they do not fit this clue.